Welcome. I'm Meredith, and this is the Oasis Spiritual Empowerment Tarot, all about tarot, oracle, and empowering you. And I have some happy mail today, so I'm just kind of covering the label. Just to, So, this might give you a hint as to what's in the box. Okay. Now, here we have, wow, this is huge guidebook. So this is 78 Tarot Animal. Look at that. I mean, that's a big guidebook. So just super quickly. So it just talks about the different suits, what to do when you get your deck, different spreads, and then it gets right in. Gives you information about the artist. Now, so in case you're not aware, the 78 Tarot is all different artists for each cards. Very, very different art styles. So this is actually the first deck that I'll have by them because there's so many differences. But let's see what's in here first. So I'm honestly not sure how I'm gonna feel about this deck, but we'll see. Oh, it's a magnet. Queen of Pentacles. And then we have Nine of Wands. Love Tigers. Page of Wands. Now these are stickers. The Devil. Six of Wands. Something of Cups. Can't even read that. Bookmarks. Another bookmark. Another bookmark. And then we have some art prints. That's beautiful. That's beautiful too. I love the rooster. I don't know about him, but I love the rooster. Okay. So let's get right in. So, yeah, so I backed this on Kickstarter, and, I guess I kind of surprised myself by backing it, because, I do have some decks by multiple artists that I love, but often, decks like that tend to feel a little too disjointed for me. But obviously, I mean, I backed it for a reason. So hopefully, this will resonate with me. So beautiful cover. Oh, look at that. It's really, really lovely. Okay. Alright, let's just get right in. Oh man. So pretty. Look at that. Wow. That's beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful. Okay. And if you haven't seen any of my other videos, you might not be aware that I don't tend to gravitate toward animal decks either. So you may think I'm setting myself up for disaster, but we'll see. So this is meditation. But I mean, that looks like the Fool, doesn't it? Well, I guess he's not moving though. It was really sweet. I like penguins. Protection. And they do have the artist underneath. It's really hard for me to read, but it's there. Ancestors. That's great with the dinosaur. Okay. So now we have the Fool. Yeah, for me to be able to read the artist, I would need like a magnifying glass. But it's in the book too. So the Fool, which is, this reminds me of the city mouse and the country mouse. Remember that story? The Magician. Really not a fan of monkeys. Primates. But that's okay. Love this, the High Priestess. The Empress. And it looks like a calf. It's not what I would expect from the Empress, you know, in terms of just the youth of it. But, and then the Emperor. I like the Emperor. Hierophant. Sharon. The Lovers. So sweet. And the Chariot. That's super cute. Oh, love Strength. This is one of the reasons I backed this. It was for this card. That's beautiful. And the Hermit. I recognize this art style. This is Joanna Nelson. Beautiful. That's super cute. Oh, beautiful Temperance. As I'm sure you can see, I mean, it's very RWS. The Devil. Look at the chained up crabs. Oh. It's an interesting tower. Beautiful star. It's a really interesting moon. I mean, this has a very distinctive voice on the moon card, you know? It's very smart. But it's also very... I'm sorry, I'm still so sick. It's a very, you know, puts it in a box, you know? But, I mean, it's beautiful. Love the sun. Oh, what the heck is that? Oh, a dragonfly? that's sweet. I love ring-tailed lemurs. It's a little crown. Love the way they did this. Yeah, I mean, basically creating that stained glass window without the window. Ugh. That's a little closer than I need to see. I love this. It's so cute. You see, this is where, I mean, that's a huge difference. I mean, this is where, I don't know. I like this. Love this ace. That's beautiful. Is this really meant to be the 5? Let's just say. This is pretty. I like this. Little bandits. Aw. That's beautiful. And beautiful artwork. Love this too. That's super cute. There's a very distinctive energy with this card. Oh, this is beautiful. I mean, this is really beautiful. Wow. So I'm not familiar with this artist. I don't know, maybe I should be. But we'll take a look. Oh no. Not my favorite card. It's very clever. I'm not a fan of spiders. Or ants. But beautiful artwork. Now we're back to primates. So, again, not a favorite of mine. But the artwork's beautiful. I mean, it really is beautiful. Oh, I like this. That's beautiful too. That's lovely. It's by Meredith. Not a super fan of animals dressed up, but this is just a cape, a cloak, so I'm okay with it. And it is by Meredith, so. That is interesting. Oh my god. This is just the cutest thing. That's beautiful. Oh, I love this. That's fabulous too. For me, some of these cards speak more powerfully to the energy of the card than others, you know. Oh, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful too. Oops. And that. I mean, some of the artwork is just really. I mean, it's all wonderful. Don't get me wrong, but some of it just speaks more powerfully to me. That's an interesting King of Cups. Alright, let's let's take a look at the guidebook. Just to see. That man, I love the art on this card. So, I mean, there are a lot of beautiful ones, but I just want to say. Does it say anything? It doesn't really say anything about the artist. But at least they're given a larger font, and they might. Oh, here. So in the back, they do list the artists alphabetically, which is fabulous. So I just want to see. So this is person who created that was Ennis Guerrero. I'm so sorry. She graduated at 19 as a graphic designer. So I'm not seeing anything about any other decks. So she may do more kind of, I guess, like, I don't know if traditional art's the right way to say it, but you know what I mean. So I was just curious. But let's take a look at this guy. So the 5 of Swords. So it's a vulture. So the artist interpretation. So it gives you the artist, the animal, the artist interpretation, the message from the animal, information about the animal, and then keywords. So for the artist interpretation, it says 5 of Swords is traditionally a very heavy card with a lot of not so positive connotations. Overconfidence, disagreement, conflict, and winning at all costs. I wanted to convey these things in my interpretation. The red sky reflects the heat of conflict still in the air. The thick clouds are fractured beneath the disheveled vulture's wings, revealing that things have not resolved, even though he's flying away from his fight. The vulture has collected 5 swords made of bones, but has made a miscalculation and is unable to carry them all, so he is losing his bounty, even though he has lost other things in the process. A no-win situation, really. His head is bowed low to represent some sense of remorse at the events that have transpired. So the message from the vulture: you have succeeded, you have triumphed in this conflict, but what have you truly won? Have your actions antagonized others? Have they actually created a worse situation in the present and the future? What will be the future outcome of this victory? You should have thought this through carefully. By disregarding the consequences, not seeing the effect on yourself and others, more battles may follow. So it says, for the vulture, he's a symbol of death and perception, resourcefulness, and intelligence. The vulture is a maligned creature that we felt would fit for the 5 of Swords. Well, scavenging, benefiting from the loss and defeat of others, the bird was a perfect choice. Keywords are conflict, self-interest, disagreement. So I don't see the vulture that way. To me, vultures are protectors. I mean, it's thanks to the work of the vulture that we don't have disease just running rampant everywhere. Would not have been my pick, which is okay, obviously. I mean, it doesn't, it's a beautiful deck. I mean, it's really beautiful. The cardstock is gorgeous. It's such a perfect, wonderful matte. So they're larger cards. I don't know. Let's see how it shuffles. I don't know. I don't know about this deck. For me, I think it's absolutely beautiful. I think that the upcoming deck, and I lost the paper with it. Oh man. 78 magical. That might be more just up my alley. I mean, it shuffles beautifully. Yeah, so I don't know, but I love the backs. Really love the backs. Love the gilding. Love the way the cards move. Now, it is larger, so I can, I have big hands. If you have smaller hands, it might, you might need to. But the cards move wonderfully. There's no stickiness. So let's kind of see them. Let's see them together, because sometimes that can make a big difference. Really don't like that. And it's not the artwork, it's the creature. That's just a me thing. We're going off the screen a bit, but I love this so much. So much. I'm gonna have to look up the artist, and because I'd love to see more of their work. I don't know. I'm really not an animal deck person. I don't know. I'm gonna have to play with it. It's a beautiful deck. If you are an animal deck person, this would be an amazing deck. And again, I kind of knew when I backed it that it might not work for me. Just strictly because of how I am, and because of what appeals to me and what doesn't. But some of these cards are so beautiful. So I don't know. I love him too. I'm gonna have to say and spend some time with it. But I do think I will almost definitely be backing the next deck, and I have a feeling that one may be more immediately just a better fit. For the most part, I do think that there is a nice feeling of cohesion, and I was concerned about that, the possibility that it wouldn't feel that way. There were a couple cards that felt a little bit disjointed when I was flipping through, but now that I'm laying it out, that may have gone away. So I'm not really feeling jarred by anything. And of course that speaks to not only the work of the artists, but of course the I guess directors. So we have Katie Welsh is the CEO, project director. The writer, tarot director is Trish Sullivan. Then we have art directors Delphine Levasque, Demers, and Chris Malador. And then an artist liaison, Joanna Nelson. So that speaks to the work that all of them did, I would say. Yeah, some of these cards make me really want to work with it. And, I just mentioned, I think in my last video, about how there are some decks that, when I look at the cards individually, maybe it's not so great for me. They don't really call to me. And I would say most of these cards do really appeal to me and vibe with me. There are some and this is nothing about the artist, it's just about the creature, that just appeal to me less. But I think this is going to be one of those decks, maybe, that the sum is greater, or wait, it's going to be greater than the sum of its parts. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that using this as a whole, actually, as I'm laying them out, it's it's clicking more with me. So it'll be interesting to see how I read with it. But laying them out like that, I'm definitely liking it a lot more than my flip through led me to believe I would. And again, it's beautiful, and the quality of this deck is fabulous. And I mean, I love that. So, yeah, I'm not really feeling... There are a couple cards that, you know, I don't like I feel like that's like a photo collage thing. It's really not my aesthetic. There's nothing wrong with it. It's beautifully done. But it tends not to be my aesthetic. But seeing it with the other cards, it does kind of just work. So I'm actually really surprised by how much I really am kind of liking this. So it'll be interesting to see how I work with it and how it feels. But, and again, this deck kind of had like two strikes against it for me. Because, again, it's an animal deck, and that's really not my thing, which I knew, obviously. And the, you know, having such different art styles. But I gotta tell you, it's working for me. It really is. So, yeah, I'm definitely warming up to it. And again, it's beautiful. The artwork is beautiful. You know, the Magician is one of my favorite cards, and that is like one of my absolute least favorite animals. And again, nothing to do with the artwork. It's just the animal. This, though. And again, this is like, I think it's like a photo collage, right? Is that a photo? It's gotta be a photo. I don't know. But it looks too photorealistic. But kind of like it with the other cards. So, look, clearly they know better than I do. Yeah, I'm actually really kind of liking it. You know, I'm not a fan of pigs either. But I mean, Page of Pentacles, I think that's a great match. So, I just love that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of really starting to dig it. So, I love this so much. Yeah, I love that too. Okay, oh, and this. Look how I'm beautiful. Yeah. So, you know, let me know. Freaking primates, though. But let me know what you think. You know, are you an animal deck person? If you're not, might this appeal to you anyway? Not a fan of spiders either. Or bugs. This is such an interesting take. I'm gonna have to read the book about that. But anyway, now let's don't go anywhere, because we have the next deck for giveaway. So if you have not seen any of my latest few videos, if you have not seen my tarot and oracle decks leaving my collection video, you may not be aware that I am giving away roughly around 10 decks in total. So at the end of each video, until we run out of decks, I'll be showing the deck of the day of that video. And if you would like to be entered to win it, all you need to do is subscribe, like the video, and put a comment. And so in this case, for the Rebel deck, maybe just comment Rebel. And so Yeah, it's the Rebel deck. I don't even know who I don't know who it's by, but it's by rebeldeck.com. Let's say that. There's a lot of cursing in this, so just be aware. If you don't want to see curses, maybe end here. It's a fun deck. I mean, that's fabulous. It really is a great deck. It's just not, it's not a deck that I use. I think it's fabulous, and I think for someone else, this could be a fabulous deck. It's really, really nice. But I just don't use it. So I'd like to give it someone who would. If you are located, I don't care where, as long as your country will accept packages from the US, I will ship it to you. So if you are in Australia, New Zealand, doesn't matter. I love this. I mean, it's fabulous messages. Really, really fabulous. And the use of curse words is actually very, very smart, because the curse word lights up your brain. And it helps that message really get in to your unconscious mind. So, I mean, it's a very smart deck. It really is. It may seem a little, like a little too whimsical or playful maybe, but it's actually very, very smart. So, yeah, if you are interested in this deck, like the video, make sure you're subscribed, and put Rebel in the comments so I know that you want to be entered. What did I want to say? I'm sorry, I'm so under the weather. Oh, if you're really interested in this and you want to get 2 entries, just share this video and then you get 2. I'll be picking names in roughly about a week or 2. I want to give people time, to watch the video, submit. I will link the original video below in the description, so that if you want to see all of the decks that are going to be offered, you can see them. And if say you put your name in for this, and I pull your name and you win this deck. Initially I said, I'm only gonna, once you've won a deck, I'm not gonna put you in for any others in this go round. I'll have other giveaways, but depending on participation and interest, I may just keep all the names in. I just, I don't want one person to get every deck and then nobody, you know what I mean? I guess the chances of that are slim, but that was my thought process at the time. But I reserve the right to change it and just keep you in for every drawing. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. But let me know what you think. If you have any questions, anything you'd like to see more of, just let me know. And again, the book for this, really beautiful. Big, full color pictures. It's nice. It's really, really fabulous quality. And yeah, so this was the 78 Tarot Animal, Tarot of the Wild. And with 81 artists. And yeah. So let me know what you think. Do you have some of their other decks? So I've never gotten one of them before. This is my first from 78, and I'm really impressed with the quality and the beauty, and with the, I guess, editing involved. I think they did a fabulous job, and gotta say, I'm thinking this deck may end up working for me, and I didn't think it would at first. So I am very pleasantly surprised. So anyway, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell so you get alerted when I post new videos. And until next time, be good. Do yourself really good, because you deserve the best. Only the best. All the best. And that is my wish for you.